Hello there, my name is Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you on a special journey to Amersham and back to ride a special type of train. So let's begin. My day began bright and early at Aylesbury bus station as I board MX61BAU, an ADL Enviro 200 with Red Line buses. This will take me to High Wycombe on the 300 service, where I will change onto my next bus. Just after 9 AM, we arrive at High Wycombe bus station, where I'll change onto my first trip with go-ahead owned carousel buses on my journey to Amersham.
Thank you.
At 9:10, I boarded the 41 service, operated by SK66HVD. Right street deck, which is numbered 80679 in the carousel buses fleet. This will take me on the 41 service, which is a service linking High Wycombe with Home, Great Kingshill, Presswood, Great Missenden and Amersham. At 10 AM, we arrive into Amersham, where my journey ends for now, and where I will change from buses to a special heritage train service along the Metropolitan line. At 10:59, I set off on a special heritage railway service organised by the London Transport Museum heading up to Watford and back. On the front was a class 142, and on the back, heading towards Amersham, was number 12, which is a Metropolitan electric locomotive made by a company in Cumbria in the 1920s. This will take me to Watford and back, meaning that we got to pass a few stations, including Chalfont and Latimer, where the line to Cheshire joins us, Chorleywood, and Rickmansworth. After we've passed Rickmansworth, we joined the North Curve, which is a rare piece of track on the London Underground. The North Curve is a stretch of track between Rickmansworth and Croxley and sees a number of services per day. There is one early morning train, which is the first train of the day from Cheshire, and the last train of the day from Watford, which leaves Watford at about midnight, goes down the North Curve and terminates at Rickmansworth. Otherwise, that is it. There are otherwise only empty stock movements. The only other time you will see the North Curve being used is on special occasions like today, or when there's a disruption on the line.
They do have to cross sight of each other right next to the station. Unless you're getting Thameslink style frequencies. When I say Thameslink, I mean Thameslink core, not
Good morning, everybody. Welcome on board the TfL Heritage train with Sarah Siddons and the 40C. We're now going round the famous Watford North Curve, a highlight of the journeys today, which is only used by a handful of regular passenger services. So do enjoy this particularly unusual element of the journey that you won't find on any TfL tube map. Sit back, enjoy the ride, and we'll be arriving at Watford in not too long.
Although we particularly if we look on the line of Google Maps.
Yes, it does connect to Metropolitan. It does connect to so you have to change that. So you have to go into Moore Park, change on to Watford branch.
The area
So you can get Watford, bypasses.
yeah, it's about a mile apart. Of course, the students, though, they thought they could walk. The thing I'd say is that whether they want to travel, that's when most of the rolling stock being used. Daddy should have been right by you
After joining up with the line from Moore Park, we passed our final station of Croxley. At 11:20, we arrived into Watford, where we had a short stand time before heading back to Amersham. At 11:25, we set off from Watford, heading back to Amersham. Overall, this journey was very pleasant and it was a very nice treat to spend the day. Overall, I spent exactly £40 to ride the service, which I booked a few days in advance via the London Transport Museum website. So overall, it is worth the money. If you do like to visit the London Transport Museum, which I have done in the past, I strongly recommend it. Overall, it was a pleasant journey, and I strongly recommend you book something with the London Transport Museum because it's absolutely worth it. At 11:47 we arrived back to Amersham, where I had a short break before I catch my bus back to High Wycombe. After my break at 12:15 I boarded BF 62 JZK carousel buses Mercedes-Benz Citaro 80892. This will take me back to High Wycombe, where I had another break before my last bus back to Aylesbury.
This stop is Oxford Street. This is the 1 service to High Wycombe.
Thank you. At 13:17 I boarded my last bus of the day. YX65 RGV and ADL Enviro 200 with red line buses, taking me back to Aylesbury on the 1:30. Overall, it was a brilliant day out. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy my stuff, please like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye!
I'll come to I just want to get where I'm going, basically.
So, what did I get at Amersham? So we'll start with the freebies, and this is the freebie. This is a booklet from the London Transport Museum, who organised this event. I attended on Saturday the 25th of July. It was on the Friday, the Saturday and the Sunday. I went down on the Saturday. I couldn't do it on the Friday because I was working, and I could have done it on the Sunday, but it was struggle all for me because I was struggling for money, and I'll get to that in a minute. But it shows it's a booklet showing all the information about the Metropolitan line, which of course, if you're not in the know, the Metropolitan line was the first part of the London Underground, opening on the 10th of January 1863 as the Metropolitan Railway. It grew and grew. Obviously, it used to go to my hometown of Aylesbury in the day until the 1960s. It also got a sheet here which was separate, but I've just put it in there, showing about the electrical locomotive I rode that was tailing my train, number 12. So this is the only one that's in functional order. The other one, number 5, is at the London Transport Museum in Covent Garden. Next up are the timetables. So we'll just put that on the side there. Starting with the timetables, and these are the things that I bought. So those were the freebies, and here's the stuff that I bought from the stand on platform 1 from the London Transport Museum friends. Starting with this timetable from 1988 for the Metropolitan line. All of them are Metropolitan line related because, of course, Metropolitan line, we're on the Metropolitan line, and I live on the Metropolitan line somewhat. This is a timetable from 1988 showing the whole Metropolitan line timetable back when London Transport actually did such a thing like that. It includes the network of South East Aylesbury services and a directory of bus connections. I'm thinking of doing a timetable reviews on these. So if you want that, please let me know. The second one I've got is this one here from 1997. This was both of these times at this stage. The Metropolitan line was using A stock, which were introduced in the 60s, and which gave us the iconic London Underground look. As you can see, it shows an A stock Again, it shows the Aylesbury services. Back then, obviously, this was just after Chorlton Railways was born, from privatisation, of course, from Network South East. This will go perfect with a timetable that I got a while ago. This Christmas timetable from 1992, so a couple of years before, showing the Christmas timetables for the London Underground in 1992 to 1993. Next up are the tube guides. So if you don't know what the tube guides are, these are the guides that were made after London Transport was absorbed into Transport for London. And we'll start with the oldest one here from 2004, from the 25th of May to the 25th September. If you don't know why the Amersham lines, this line gets a different timetable in September, it's because of leafall. So at that time, and it's still the case to this day, the London Underground lines to and from Amersham and Chesham always gets 3 service changes per year. Those being, well, technically 2. Normally in the UK it's May and December, but on the London Underground, Amersham and Chesham lines and the Chorlton Railway services, it's actually in September rather than in December. This is due to the risk of leafall, particularly around the Chorleywood area. But this is the first one, 2004, and then another one from 2005. This will go perfect with another tube guide that I've got. This one here that I got, I believe, at the Windsor Bus Running Day back in April, from 2007. And finally, the maps. Starting with the older one, this is the map, 1961. As you can see, London Country map again. Yes, I know. Again, this will go perfect with my other existing maps. I've got this one here, the central map from 1964, and another country map, this one from 1967. So always a good find. These maps are very easy to find, actually. I've been looking everywhere. I'm just finding them everywhere. And finally, we've got a tube map as well, July 2010. And once again, I've got a set of maps here. So if we here are the maps, this is the existing one, but the July 2025 tube map, the current one. There is a new one around, but I haven't got one yet. And the old tube maps that I've got at Amersham District Affairs again. So if we just open up this one here, obviously this is from July 2025. This is the current map. Actually, this is the map, as you can see. If I just get the old one out. Firstly, it's a little bit flawed. As you can see, we only got certain overground lines. We already got the Gospel Light to Barking line, now the Suffragette line. We've got the Marmay line. We've got the I think it's the Suffragette line at the top of my head. Here's the red line, which is at the top. The Windrush line, and obviously you've got the Watford DC line up there, which is of course the Lioness line. And then obviously, we obviously didn't have the lines going out of Liverpool Street, which are the Weaver line. And we of course did not. We had the line to Clapham Junction, but only the Marmay line. We didn't have the line to. We didn't have the connection on the Suffragette. On the Windrush line. By then, we did have to Crystal Palace, West Croydon, and New Cross, but that was it. And of course, we didn't have the Elizabeth line, or Thameslink in this case, or even the trams. But we did we? No, we did not have the cable car either. It also shows the stations with the asterisks as well. So that is all that I got at the Heritage Train Running Day in Amersham. Altogether, including the freebie discount, only cost me £5. The reason why I did do that much, unlike Amersham District Affairs, is because of 2 reasons. One, there was not a lot, and 2, because I didn't have that much money. They could take cards, but I didn't have that much on my bank at the time, which does raise the eyebrow. So all of that was actually paid in cash. I actually paid in cash for that. Altogether, it only cost me £5, which you might be thinking, not bad. Maybe next time you might want to do more at Amersham District Affairs, which I'll probably be doing at Chesham in September. But thank you very much for watching this video. Stay tuned for all the photos that I took on the day of all the buses and the trains. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Goodbye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how.